Hello there folks and welcome. My name is Robin Nichols and I'm the author of Mastering Adobe Photoshop Elements 2021. This is the third edition put out by Pact Publishing. What I'd like to show you in this very short tutorial is a little bit about one of the new features that you'll find in Elements 2021. It's called the Duotone effect. Now I simply love this because it's immensely easy to use. We need to go to the guided edit mode. You can see there are three editing modes in this window here: quick, guided and expert. And you'll find it under the fun edits. There it is. It's called the Duotone effect. So this is ridiculously easy to complete. I'm just going to change this to before and after on horizontal so we can see a before and after visual on the left hand side there. As the name suggests, the guided edit pretty much sort of holds your hand and takes you through the process. As you can see, step 1, step 2, step 3 and so on and so forth. And there's usually 2 or 3 or 4 steps. It's not involved. But what Adobe does is combine relatively complex processes into easy step 1, step 2 formats, making it easy for somebody with no experience before to actually apply, in this case, a duotone effect. Now, I've been using duotones with Photoshop CC for 20 plus years, and it's brilliant. It's very, very good. It's a little bit more involved, and the nice thing, the beauty of this particular software application is it's simplified. It doesn't actually water down the effect. It just makes it easier and faster for anybody to create a very cool look in one of their pictures. So I'm not going to bother to change the image size. I'm going to jump straight on to number 2, choose an effect. And it's simple as clicking on one of these little thumbnails. Now don't panic if you look at these and think, gee, I kind of like that one, but it's a little bit too sort of warm. I want to back it off a little bit. If you motor on down to the third option here, you can see it's actually a combination. I think that's a very, very dark navy blue and a pretty lurid sort of mustardy yellow color. So I can increase the density of, there it is, there's the blue. I can just increase that. That's gone a little bit too much, or I can back it off. Or again, I can increase the intensity of the yellow, or I can back it off, or I can just pull the general opacity down to make it a bit more subtle. So subtlety has never been my middle name, really. It's never been something that I really like, strong visual effects. So I'll probably push the opacity up a little bit more. But wait, there's actually a lot more you can do with this. So although I think I've created a very nice effect, and how long did that take? A few seconds. I can also go into the color picker by clicking on the little color square here, and it brings up a whole range of colors that I can choose. I'm going to go completely mad. I'm just going to choose sort of a darker charcoaly black. So it's replacing the navy, the very dark navy, with more of a black. And then I think I can afford to increase the yellow level a little bit. But as you can see, you actually have terrific control over the sort of final product. And one of the problems that I had with this particular effect in itself, although because I really like using it, is knowing when to stop. It's very hard to know when to stop. And finally, you can actually add a little mask overlay should you want to do that. Something like this. And all that does is allow me to actually use part of the image with the duotone effect. And as you can see in the background, the rest of it is knocked out and is black and white. So a very nice little effect. If I described to you how to do this using Photoshop CC, you'd probably tune out after the first 15 minutes because it's quite an involved process. But here, as you can see, typical of Photoshop Elements, and particularly in the latest version, which is very sort of artificial intelligence driven, things are relatively easy and very, very fast to do. Here's another option. You can just push that around and have the circle around the man's face. There's a kind of ragged edge sort of painterly effect like that. I'm just going to leave it without that at all because I prefer to have the straight color. But that's the duotone effect that you'll find in the book, and well described and well supported in the latest book, Mastering Adobe Photoshop Elements 2021.